Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to review the 2018 Cherokee 274DBH. This is a great bunk model. You have a secondary entrance into the bathroom, double over double bunks in the back, and a super slide. But let's actually start off right here in the kitchen. One of the things you'll notice is this has upgraded countertops. It has a thermoformed countertops instead of your standard T-mold, which makes it look a lot nicer and also allows for an undermount sink. You'll see the large open bowl here, so it is big. If you want to put pots and pans in here, you can set them in there, which is great. And it has a high-rise pull-out faucet to make washing and rinsing dishes a snap. Right over next to that, you'll also see that you have a recessed cooktop with a glass cover. That way you can utilize this as prep space, and when you fold it up and back, you do have the backsplash here, which is decorative, but you also get the glass one here, and the glass is pretty darn easy to clean. Right underneath that is your 3-burner cooktop. The front one is high output, and you have an oven underneath in case you want to do some baking. Right here underneath the sink, you see you have some storage there, a built-in shelf, so it's a great place to put your cleaning chemicals. And over here to the side, you have 2 very deep full extension drawers. So that way you have space for your silverware, and then another one for some of your larger utensils, like your spoons, spatulas, things like that. If we take a look up top here, you see you have the fluted glass, the brushed nickel pulls, kind of a darker wood. And when we open it up, you will notice the storage area right up top. It makes for decent little pantry storage. You also see you have 2 LED lights as well as 2 underneath here, so it really brightens up the kitchen. Right here on the wall is an electrical outlet, so if you need to plug in like a coffee maker or anything, this is a perfect place to do it. Then right next to that is your tank monitoring panel, and you also have the water pump as well as your water heater on that control too. Right up top here is your microwave. Directly underneath that is your hood with a light and a fan. And then going a little bit further into the kitchen here, we have the fridge-freezer combo. This one is a Norcold, which is built right here in the US, which I certainly appreciate. And the unit does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. Back a little bit further, this is great. So you kind of have some options here as far as what you can do, but you can see it is a huge, basically, pantry. Now you can put pots and pans in here if you want. You can put food in here. I myself would probably put a lot of the kids' clothes in here because there's not really another great storage area for them. And then whatever I had left over, probably use for kitchen. But again, whatever you want to put in there, you certainly can. It is a very large storage space. Thermostat right over here. This one does have ducted AC as well as ducted heat. This thermostat will control both of those. Then in the back corner is your rear bath. You will see right over here is your sink top and vanity. Nice big sink there. You do have storage underneath. Electrical outlet mounted on the wall for anything you need to plug in, and a mirrored medicine cabinet with storage up top. Next to that is your second entry door. A couple cool things here. One, they didn't put a window on the door, which I've had some customers that say they don't like having the bathroom door have a window, so it is a little more private without the window there. But either way, it is a very nice entrance to be able to come in, use the bathroom, and head back out, whether it's you, the kids, or guests. That way you're not traipsing dirt throughout your entire RV. You'll also see your foot flush lever toilet right there. And in front of that is or next to it rather, is your tub shower with the surround. You will see the hand wand there, so you can make it nice and easy to wash off. You have a shelf and a skylight up top, which gives you some additional headroom and brings in some nice sunlight. Also on the ceiling, you see the nice big fan, and mounted on the wall, you have a couple robe hooks. Right outside the bathroom here in this rear corner is your 2 bunks. In the industry, this is what we call a double over double. And basically what that means is exactly that. You have a double wide bunk over another one. Cool thing here, you have a window on both the top and bottom. You also have an LED light on both the top and bottom. The light's not on, but it is tucked away in there. You'll also notice you have dual USB ports and electrical outlets in both of the bunks. I really appreciate that, especially on a rainy day. That way the kids kind of have their own space and they can plug in their electronics. Now I know we don't go camping, I know a lot of us go camping to get away from electronics, but on that rainy day, again, I really enjoy letting the kids have their own space there. Another thing that I like is this. Now, I know it seems minor, but a built-in ladder to me is pretty important. And the reason is because I found over the years that it's generally the smaller kids that want the top bunk. The older and bigger we get, we want the ease of just sliding into the bottom bunk, but the little kids really want the top, and it's hard for them to climb up there without having a ladder. There is an electrical outlet right down below there too. That is mainly to be used for the U-dinette here. So that way if someone's sitting in the U-dinette, they need to plug in a laptop or tablet, they have the capability to do that. The great thing about the U-dinette is it does give you more elbow room when the whole family's sitting around here. Plus it drops down into a large bed. You simply remove the legs right here. The table will sit along these rails, take the back cushions, put them on top, and this will create a bed that is easily large enough for 2 adults to sleep on. The other cool thing is you can take a look at the storage. Now, these are not on drawer glides, so you do have to control them a little bit, but take a look at how big that drawer is. That's awesome, folks, and it's super easy to get at. You'll have big storage like that on both sides. You can see this one is just as large, so an excellent place for large items like extra bedding, you know, blankets, things like that. If we take a look at the wall here, you see the big windows letting in a lot of natural light, and you have upgraded roller shades on there. So they work really well. You just pull them to, you know, have them come up, same thing to have them go down. And I like the fact that they're white because when you put it down, you know, at nighttime for privacy, it still stays nice and bright. Unlike when they're black, it just sometimes makes it seem a lot more dark. You'll also notice the dual USB ports right there in the center, in case, again, you need to charge any electronics. LED lights here in the ceiling. And then right over here is your Jackknife Sofa. Cool thing about this is it comes with the armrests. You know, they're nothing super fancy. They're basically just blocks of foam. But it does make a nice difference when you're sitting there. It is a lot more comfortable to have the armrests. And you have a drop-down one here in the center with some cup holders there as well. The Jackknife does drop down into a bed, but one of the big advantages of the Jackknife is all the storage you get underneath. So again, you know, you have a lot of hidden storage here between that U-dinette and this Jackknife Sofa. You can fit a lot of large items. Then right up here is your entertainment center. You kind of have this nice decorative, almost wood-looking wall here, which is pretty cool. TV mount is already there, so all I have to do is simply mount the TV. Corresponding connections are right up top. And then you also have the Multimedia Center right down here. This unit is a radio, CD, and DVD player. So if you want to watch a movie, you can certainly do that. It controls the speakers in here as well as the speakers outside, and it is Bluetooth capable. Right underneath, you see you have some additional storage there. You also have a cubby hole kind of underneath. It's more for decoration, but honestly myself, I'd probably, you know, store a couple of my shoes under there, flip-flops, things like that. As we walk into the master bedroom here, you'll see the queen bed right in the center. You have a nice decorative headboard up there. It does come with a couple of pillows with the shams there as well. And you have some adjustable reading lights. You do have a couple different options. You can have the blue, kind of like that, or you can have it as an actual reading light. On both sides, you have a nice little nightstand there with an electrical outlet and dual USB ports. And directly above that, you have a mirrored a mirrored wardrobe with a hanging rod going across, as well as additional storage going across the top of the bed here. You'll also notice right here at the foot of the bed, if you like to watch TV, they did put a backer in the wall, so you know exactly where to mount the TV, and then you can take your corresponding connections right through there and plug them in on the other side in the entertainment center. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Cherokee 274DBH. Right up front here is your power tongue jack. This makes it nice and easy to connect and disconnect from the tow vehicle. Rather than constantly cranking it up and down, all you have to do is sit here and touch the button. That will raise and lower the tongue. You'll also notice there's a light right up front here. You can flip that on in case you are hooking up or disconnecting at night. Right behind that, we have the two 20-pound propane tanks with a cover. To get in there, you just undo these 2 thumb screws, lift the door, and you are in. And then behind that, yet a little bit further, you have the rails there for your battery. Coming up the front, you will notice the black diamond plating here, which helps protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that will get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And then directly above that, rather than the normal ribbed aluminum like you have on the side, you have the nice smooth aluminum front. Not only is that more aesthetically pleasing, but it's also easier to clean. And seeing as how the majority of the bug splatters will be right here on the front, that can be a nice bonus. Coming around to the side, we'll open up the front storage compartment here so you can take a look. It is nice and open, pretty good size storage in there. You'll see the bottom is carpeted here as well. And then moving back a little further, this unit also has solar prep on there. So if you want solar, all you have to do is simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there. It's already pre-wired, and it will trickle charge your battery. It also has a power awning on here. Just touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. And it has an adjustable pitch on there too. And directly underneath, you see the nice bright blue LED light there, which helps light up your campsite at night. Going along with that, you also have lights in your outside speakers here. Now those are connected to your Multimedia Center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. So if you want to sit out here, you can use your Bluetooth capable device to be able to control that music. As I mentioned inside, there are 2 entrances and exits into this RV, the primary one being right here. You have the 3 foldable steps with the foldable easy grab bar. That way you have excellent control when entering or exiting the RV. Right back here, lift this guy up, you'll see you have a couple electrical outlets there, as well as a cable and satellite outlet. So that way, if you want to hook a TV up out here, you can certainly do that. Just set up a table or something. It makes it pretty simple. Or you do have the mount right here, so you can put the TV there as well if you want to mount it on the side of the RV. If we take a look right down below, see these little guys in the tire? This is pretty cool. It's just a little mechanical button on there, but what that does is if it's green, it means your tire pressure is good. If that flips to red, then you need to refill your tires. I personally still recommend checking your tire pressure, but you know, if you walk outside and you go to pack the RV and you see it's red, then you certainly know to fill your tires with air before you go out on a trip. Right over here is your black tank flush. This is pretty convenient too. Rather than having to drag a hose inside and sticking it down your toilet to wash out your black tank when you're done camping, now you take that hose, screw it in right here. The black tank has sprayers built in and it will wash it out for you. Your secondary entrance right here, as I mentioned previously, enters directly into the bathroom. And then as we make our way around the back, you will see this one does have the cargo tray right back here. And I really like this, folks. This is pretty great. For a couple reasons. One, it just lets you carry a lot more while traveling. You know, you drop it down, you can put wood on there, you can put coolers on there. You know, if you have totes or something you want to strap on down there, you can do that as well. It also has a spare tire mount. So if you want to mount a spare tire here, you can do that as well. And plus, because it came from the manufacturer, that does not void out the warranty. A lot of people don't know this, but if you strap something on a bumper of a lot of RVs, the manufacturer voids the warranty. Obviously not the case here because it came from the manufacturer. If we take a look up top, you'll notice this one also has backup camera prep. The great thing about backup camera prep is if you want a backup camera, it makes it a lot easier to install. And if you don't want to do it yourself, that also means that it's easier for the tech that has to install it, so it will save you money on labor. Right back here, your 30 amp detachable power cord plugs in right there, nice and simple. Underneath is your termination with both your black and gray valves there. And then right here, you have additional storage. So not only do you have that big storage up front, you have this huge storage area right here underneath that bottom bunk. Right up front here are the rest of your connections. You'll see your cable inlet is right over there. And then a little bit more toward the front here, you have both of your water connections, your freshwater fill, as well as your city water inlet. And directly underneath that is your outside shower with both hot and cold water access. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2018 Cherokee 274DBH. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.